Welcome to Crunch Time. Today I'm going to be talking about the Milwaukee Bucks Dallas Mavericks game that happened yesterday and what I think the game means for both teams. So let's get into the video. Last night, the Dallas Mavericks and Milwaukee Bucks played a thriller of a game, and the Mavericks ended up winning in overtime 136-132. Luka Doncic had a great game, and I believe it was like a 30-point triple-double. Yes, he had 36 points, 19 assists, and 14 rebounds, and shot 12 of 24. Luka's already really good. I would not be shocked if in like 2 to 3 years, he's the best player in the NBA. And let's not forget, Giannis also had a great game himself, 34 points, 13 rebounds. And that's not bad. Especially for against like Kristaps Porzingis, and the Mavericks have a pretty solid defense up front. And let's look at a few of the box score stats just to see where the teams played, and let's just compare them. So the Mavericks shot way more poorly overall. They attempted 16 more shots and only made one more. They shot 41% compared to the Bucks 47%. They were also less efficient from the three-point line, with the Bucks shooting 34% and them shooting 32%. The free throw percentages were also pretty even. They both made 23 free throws, but the Bucks shot way less efficiently, as they had 9 more attempts, giving them a 67% compared to the Mavericks' 92%. Rebounds were pretty similar. The Mavericks only had 1 less rebound and 2 more offensive rebounds. So I don't know where the Mavericks are getting these so many extra shots from. The Bucks had 9 blocks compared to the Mavericks 2. 6 steals compared. The Mavericks had 6 steals compared to the Bucks 3. And the Mavericks only had 6 turnovers, which is really good. The Bucks had 13, which is double. The Mavericks also had more points in the paint, which is interesting. And the Mavericks also had 11 more assists. So let's look at some individual performances. Let's start with the Bucks. Middleton also had a great game, as he had 21 points on 8 for 12 shooting. That's really good. He played the most minutes for anyone on the Bucks yesterday. Brook Lopez had himself a game. He shot 12 for 27 and had 34 points. That's really good for Brook Lopez. And it looked like the Bucks were going to win the game after the second and third quarter, but the Mavericks were able to come back, and that's what helped them win. Let's move on to some more individual performances. Wesley Johnson only had 6 points. George Hill missed a big three-pointer at the end of the game. Most efficient three-point shooter this year misses a wide open one that would win them the game. That's unlucky. He shot 1 for 5 from the three-point line. He wasn't doing great. Pat Connaughton, he was 3 for 7. And Dante DiVincenzo was 0 for 4, didn't even make a basket. So let's move on to the Mavericks, where they had a little more well-rounded scoring, as Dorian Finney-Smith shot 10 for 19, 6 for 12. He had himself a 27-point double-double. Porzingis, he actually went 9 for 4. His shooting wasn't as great. 37% overall. 1 for 6 from the three-point line, but still got a 26-point double-double. Both Porzingis and Giannis ended up being fouled out of this game, which was pretty interesting. Many people thought Giannis should have got the foul at the end of the game that they gave to Chris Middleton, but they wanted to keep Giannis in the game. Tim Hardaway and Seth Curry, they were both 3 for 11 and 1 for 7. They did not shoot great. A combined 2 for 11 from a three-point line. They both had off nights. Maxi Kleber actually had a really solid night. 5 for 8, 3 for 6, 15 points overall. That's really good. Trey Burke was 3 for 13. That's not great at all. DeLon Wright had 6 points. So here's my major takeaways. The Mavericks are a team that you want to beat early, and you have to play really careful in the third and fourth quarters. Once you can get like a 20-point lead, you should be good. But a 10-point lead against the Mavericks is not safe. Just because their shooting is so good, and Luka is a really good player. He is arguably top 5 here in the bubble. I don't think many people would say he's top 5, but the way he's been playing like he could be the best player in the league. Also, the Mavericks do have a nice supporting cast, as we saw. Dorian Finney-Smith had a great game, and that was with Steph Curry and Tim Hardaway having off nights. So they don't need everyone to be clicking on the bench. And what we've seen from the Bucks is really scary for Bucks fans, is that even if Giannis and Chris Middleton are having great games, they can still lose. And that's because their supporting cast is not that great. Eric Bledsoe disappears in the playoffs, as we all know. Brook Lopez scored 34 points, and they still lost. That's not good for Brook. If Brook Lopez is scoring 34 points and your guys are still losing, that's not great. And they're also shooting so much more efficiently than these two teams. It's just not good. Their turnovers are a little too much, but it's nothing crazy. 13 in a game, that's like 3 per quarter. And of course, the Mavericks had 6, which is very good. But the Bucks need a third guy, I think, if they actually think they can win. I don't think the Bucks are the favorites in the East. And if they don't get a third star, Eric Bledsoe's not that third star, by the way. If they don't get a third guy who can just take that load, I don't think they're going to be able to win anything. Now, the Mavericks, I don't think they're going to be winning anything this year, but in 2-3 years, they can become a really good team. They don't have that other guy other than Doncic and Porzingis. So unless Porzingis really starts like playing good after next season, because he did have the ACL injury, so that could be part of it. If he can recover from that fully and can start playing a little bit better, then they might not need it because of just how good Luka is. But I don't think they're going to do anything this year against the Clippers. Clippers are just such a strong team. Even when Paul George and Kawhi Leonard, they're out, they still have Lou Will, they still have players who can score for them. And that's where the Mavericks do struggle a little, is when Luka does step off the court. And that's really where I think the Clippers can take advantage of them. And I also think that Luka is going to be guarded by Kawhi, PG, or Pat Bev the entire game. And that's going to be really tough for him. I still think he's going to have great games just because of how good he is. But I do think he's going to struggle for a few games. So those are my thoughts on the Mavericks and Bucks. Let me know if you agree with what I said and what your predictions for the Mavericks and Bucks are. So thanks for watching and have a great day.